the kids, and we teach them to give respect. If you give respect, you will get respect. And that is so difficult right now with the societies, the way it has been dumbed down, if I can use that term, in the schools. And some of the principals here are good friends of mine, and they're very frustrated with where they are at now. We're in a place where a lot of changes are going to be made, and our job in Civil Air Patrol is part of that in making it available to students. We go to the schools and things on a regular basis and give, not regular basis, but we're having to do it all over here out in the country because, unfortunately, farming people and they work all day long out in the fields and they're exhausted. They don't want to come in at 5:30 and spend till 7:30, and they'll drop their kids off maybe or have someone drop them off, and that makes it really tough on the kids to be able to get the support from home. So our job is to make the parents, get the parents involved. Right now, our little school in the town of 560 people of Berlin has gone down in 3 years when I got it up to over 50 cadets and 12 adults taking parts of it. And then I was part of the selection process of the Mars program, to where I was going to be part of to go one way to Mars and create a colony there. But then, it dropped all the way down to only 4 cadets. We got it up to 12, and now we're starting into a program to get the information out to the new crop of young people so that they can learn how to give respect, get respect, how to set goals, how to do aerospace education, and all kinds of programs that help the kids prepare for college and give them exposure to more than just math, science, and history. So we give them the right kind of history to help them get motivated. So that's one of the things I've been involved in, for decades again, and I guess that's what 77 years does. It gives you a little bit of history there. So, yeah, that's what was about. Go ahead. I'm ready now.
The STEM program, folks, is a short way to say science, technology, engineering, and math. And that is used at NASA. We need engineers. We need women engineers. So I'd also like to mention the UFOs fact or fiction in the Central Intelligence Agency, the work of a nation, the center of intelligence, because the intelligence people in the world are getting a bad rap. And we really are going to have to clear up some history, rewrite history once we know all the facts, especially with 2001. But we may handle conspiracy theories, but not tonight. So we have conspiracy theories, but if you would like to see how we are disclosing information to people on the Internet, please go to CIA.gov, and then it's a /library/reading room /collection /UFOs-facts-r-fiction. There's a beautiful book, a world book that comes out by the CIA, and you can get that if you want, but there's electronic reading room, Freedom of Information Act, electronic reading room in the library. But if you'll look up, I'm just going to mention some things you can find. UFOs, fact or fiction. So this collection catalogs CIA information on the subject from the 1940s through the early 1990s. Did you know that, Ken, that you could go to the CIA library and read about UFOs?
No, I certainly didn't. I thought you had to go to Roswell. I thought you had to go to Roswell and read some of the stuff that I put up.
Well, actually, no. Most of the documents concerning the CIA cables reporting unsubstantiated UFO sightings in the foreign press and intra-agency memos, meaning inside, about how the agency handled public inquiries about UFO sightings. And then, for the most part, I've been studying it for years, and I've been studying the FBI, and I'll go over and get that. And we can put these links free for people, but we're going to educate you about all the things that they're there in our group that people are not familiar with. And if Ken wasn't familiar, that's amazing. So, Ken, I'm happy to report that we have a CIA in the role in helping the information get out to the public. So we're going to be, I thought a long time ago when the government used the word transparent, that it meant letting people know more instead of fake news. And why don't they talk about the CIA and the findings of fact? You will hear, especially when I did JAG investigations, the Judge Advocate General, we have many depending on what department or what part of the government. But let's just say for the most recent CIA information on UFOs, we have articles like CIA's role in the study of UFOs, 1947 to 1990. And the Center for the Study of Intelligence website, we have CIA.gov Library Center of the Study of Intelligence. So there's articles online and publications under the Studies and Intelligence section, specifically Semi-Annual Edition 1, 1997. Now, I'm going to read some of these to you, Ken, so it'll be here for anybody to find on YouTube. We have flying saucers. We have German scientist article on flying disc. We have light phenomena east of Tashkent, flying saucers published in Unknown, recent sightings of unexplained objects with memo attached dated 521202 sub, and then we have minutes of branch chiefs meeting of 11 August 1952, flying saucers in Spain and North Africa, flying saucers, and then we have an untitled gives information on Der Flieger, a sports magazine that was reported for the CIA, an article, and we have flying saucers in East Germany, USSR, and satellite mention of flying saucers over Belgium, Congo, uranium mines, all kinds, okay? So flying saucers, flying saucer problems, sightings of unidentified flying objects over Spain and Africa. There's so much unidentified object over Norwegian towns. So just to let you know, we're not really as dumbed down as people think we are, but I understand what Ken does because we say that a lot among ourselves, talking about how America has been dumbed down. And it's up for America to be made great again based on dissemination and communication of information, not just misinformation or disinformation that you get every day. And some of the medical doctors, when they were treating my husband, God bless him, he's passed over, that started the Allied Command with a patch that Commander Johnston has so humbly agreed to carry on the tradition in our ACE Folklife Society, which we report to the Smithsonian, pictures and stories and cultures in the world, but especially in the United States of America, is the Allied Command starting right here with American Communications Online in the United States of America. And we are going to share more information to make America great again, folks, and that includes CIA, the work of a nation, the Center of Intelligence, and FBI. And I'm just going to let Ken help us out here. Ken, do you know what FBI stands for?
The Bureau of Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI.
There you go.
Am I right?
You got it. Yes, you are.
I have to ask you a question, and you may find this humorous. Do you know what NASA stands for?
No. Why don't you tell me?
Well, we call it the never a straight answer. I'm sorry about that. Some people won't like me saying that, but unfortunately, that's quite the information that you were getting at. Well, I was going to. You said that information is.
I thought it was the National Aeronautic Space Administration, but that's not true. NASA was it was the National Aeronautic and Space Administration. But we jokingly call it never a straight answer. You were talking about the information is available, but the problem is no one is taught unless you get involved in an organization that does have the information and teaches you, or you can go to the CIA's libraries and you can get them. Yes, the information is available, but if you don't know where to go and find out, you're still just as dumb as the rest of us were. That's a good point. Well, Ken, you just helped out the world. It's not just the information that is available. It's knowing the question to ask to obtain the information, isn't it? You have to know the question.
Well, and hopefully what we're hearing now, and with that new expression, I'm going to make America great again. We need to make Earth great again, and that is to be able to join our proper position throughout the inner solar systems and the rest of the galaxy, and become a part of the alien intelligence throughout the universe, because that's going to allow us to move forward and save the planet, to bring peace and happiness, and we can eliminate the poor, the hungry, the injured, the hurt, all this by getting more in direct contact with the intelligence beings, and be able to benefit from that instead of sitting back and staying in the same primitive mode that we were in before because of the cabal keeping all the information away from the standard normal human beings. We need to, hopefully I'm put into the same bracket, those who are trying to get the truth out to the world. The rest of the people need to come forward with it, and the more we have out there, the stronger we become, and the sooner we will get all the information public and be able to help advance us all to take our place in the universe, where we'll join those that are out for the good of beings throughout the whole universe. That may sound kind of big, but that's in reality what I see for our future.
Well, I hope when you go back to listen to yourself and me tonight explaining our Allied Command Organization and our UFO Secret Space Command, is that you and I can get on the same page about unexplained phenomena and our audio and our video, because we're going to be doing audio and video. Is that the way this hearing and seeing? Yeah, audio and video in my business, but I have productions. We're doing pre-production, production, and post-production. But the reason I mentioned the FBI is they also have unexplained phenomena in the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Did you know that?
Yes, I've run up against them so many times, though, in trying to get information released. And sometimes you get papers that have been released that have been marked up and blocked off so that you can't read what was there. So the freedom of information is a true thing, but then to be able to get it requires a lot of energy and backing. And slowly but surely we chip away at it, and the truth starts crumbling out. And we're at the point now where the walls of not disinformation, but of secret information worldwide is starting to crumble down. And that's part of the reason why we created our little secret space group, club, whatever you want to call us, so that we can find out what it's like to try to get the information released and be a part of it and enjoy the process that we're doing.
That's a good point. Why we would bother to talk to each other on radio or on television. Now, you brought up a good point. There are levels of education, folks, just like we learn, and globally, universally speaking, Ken and I are very much about universal life in the universe and in all universes. We call them multiverses, and we will talk at those levels in the future much more. But we're trying to get grounded here with NASA, CIA, FBI, the intelligence communities, in which Ken worked at NASA and for Grumman, and my husband worked at NASA, and I worked at Nassau Bay National Bank across the street. But I was privileged because of the UFO business. I had psychic abilities, so I'm just going to share that with you, that my husband used to brag about it, and it got around some of his engineering friends and back into NASA. And some people had me come and talk about UFOs because I had experienced Sputnik. And as a child, when I died with hepatitis, and I saw angels or ETs. And so this, you hear it. I was only 15 when I married him, November 10th, 1967. He immediately went to work. We bought our first car and our wedding rings. We bought a Volkswagen, 1968 beige-colored Volkswagen. So
that's
that was
what
68. Really? A lot of people did back then.
I married first, yes.
What color was yours?